and welcome to the VIP room. Today we're chatting with actor Alfonso Herrera. You may know him from the Netflix show Sense8, or his latest role as Father Tomas Ortega in the new 20th century show, The Exorcist. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you. Thank you. It's a real pleasure to be here.
Well, tell me a little bit about The Exorcist, the scariest movie I've ever been to. So, tell me about the show.
Have you watched it?
I've watched the show and I've seen the film. So tell me about it.
Well, first of all, thank you again. It's a great hypothesis. It's a great dynamic hypothesis of what could have happened many years later after the events in D.C. from the original film. And this takes us to the south side of Chicago with this priest, which is Tomas Ortega. He has a little congregation in the south side. And suddenly he starts to have these images and dreams about an exorcism being performed in Mexico City. At the same time, Angela Rance, which is performed by Gina Davis, she comes with Tomas because she thinks some paranormal situations and things are starting to happen inside her house. And suddenly they start to connect the dots, they start to share the information, and they realize that a huge battle between good and evil is going to start.
So I know you told me kind of before we started that you were a cynic. Are you no longer a cynic? Do you think that there are people who need an exorcism to come in?
I think that good and evil exists. I think that light and darkness exist. I think that this story is trying to portray this battle, and I think this battle has existed since the beginning of times. And there is dark and lightness has to exist, so there could be an equilibrium, and also there's free will to go to either side. But I'm so happy to portray a character that is fighting evil and is fighting darkness.
Yeah, he's a good guy. So what do you think will happen with your career after Exorcist? Or are we going to kind of go on for a while, or what do you have kind of in the works after this?
Well, I am very committed, and what I like to do is to, in a certain way, find interesting stories, interesting characters. It doesn't matter the country or the nationality of the script. I think that's the most important part. I had the possibility to finish a movie in Spain not so long ago. And right now I'm going back home. I live in Mexico City, and to work a little bit more over there. There's going to be a new show that is going to be aired, which is called Sense8. There's going to be a Christmas special. It's going to be a 2-hour special.
And this is on Netflix, right?
Netflix,
so,
yes.
okay, so we can binge watch this,
That's right.
Yeah,
well, actually, the first episode is going to be a 2-hour special.
Okay.
It's going to be aired the 23rd of September, and the rest of the season is going to be aired in May.
Okay, that's so great.
Yeah.
So, just kind of a last question here about being a Latino actor in Hollywood, and I know there's been a lot of talk of kind of advances and wanting to diversify Hollywood and everything that happened with the Oscars last year. How do you approach that? How do you feel about being a Latino actor working in the U.S. now? Do you feel hopeful? Specifically,
and I'm going to go back to The Exorcist a little bit, I feel very happy, and I thank Fox because I had the possibility of portraying and personifying a character that is not the cliche or the stereotype that sometimes is shared in media and in contents here in this country. And I think that Tomas Ortega is, in a certain way, what we Latinos are. We are not this cliche of a sombrero and a guy with a mustache. Right. That's not the cliche. And I think that our culture and our nationality and our roots are much more than that, and just that stereotype.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in. We
Thank
really
you very,
appreciate
very
it. It was great having you.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I'm Rebecca Sager. Thank you so much for watching FoxNews.com and to the VIP room.